GNR's 5-1, Breakneck Betties 4-2 on the season, and the Guns and Rollers' only loss, of course, comes at the hands of the Breakneck Betties. Here we go.
Wow, and they're already hitting the floor, and that is OB.
And Barbarian, she's got the highest points per jam in the entire league.
Yep, they are doing a great job this season. And rather quietly, you know, OB doesn't make a whole lot of noise about it, but definitely getting the job done for the Betties this season.
Zip Drive completed her initial pass on a scoring, and that jam gets called off.
And that first jam is called off, and it is low scoring there, 3-0. And we're coming into jam 2 with, I believe, the leading score per jam it was, right, for Helical?
Points per jam at 6.34 points per jam, which is rad. Sprout of Control on the Breakneck Betties with 6 points per jam, and Gallifrey with 5.58 points a jam. And Gal's not even one of their jammers on high rotation.
Correct.
She can do anything.
Yep, and Abracadaver, it's getting lead jammer right now for the Betties. Abracadaver, my favorite style of jammer, the just bulldoze them down type of jammer.
You know it.
Helical, though, not far behind. Oh, and the quick hip action and call off is in time. No points for GNR.
I heard during the first game there were literal bees in the Bud Light penalty box. So if you saw any of those NSOs bouncing around or skaters, there were actual bees.
Well, that adds a degree of difficulty, doesn't it? Where's Nitty when you need her to trap the bees?
On to jam 3 of this championship game. Breakneck Betties up by 5.
Yep, Lauren Forcer jamming for GNR. Gallifrey for the Betties. Just a big 8-wall over there in the apex, but Gallifrey finds room on the outside.
You know, like we just said, Gallifrey's not generally on their jammer rotation. She's their pivot. And it's a game like this where it's do or die, where you just put your pieces where they're going to best perform.
Last game of the season, you got to give them everything.
Here we have Lauren Forcer pushing up against Ginger Raff, and she's there with Ripley pinning her in. I can't see the third blocker in front of the penalty box, but oh, that's Sprout of Control.
Gallifrey, just one of those skaters that just does everything.
Yes.
Just absolutely does everything and does it extremely well.
She reminds me of Carmen Getsum of the Rat City Rollers. Just kind of jack of all trades.
Yeah, Carmen Getsum getting voted to the alternates of the All-Star team at RollerCon this year.
There we go, Gallifrey with another 5-point natural grand slam. 10 points so far for the Betties.
Yeah, the Betties are really liking this jammer matchup right now.
Ginger Raff puts the kibosh there on Lauren Forcer. And that's a star pass.
Erin Ishii, yep.
So a little background on these teams. Looking at penalties for the entire season, out of 6 games, the Guns and Rollers have 147 penalties, which is kind of the average for the league. The Breakneck Betties have 175.
Well, you know.
But they're the number 1 and 2 teams, so.
Yeah, the Betties get stuff done, even, you know, if that means going to the penalty box to get it done. That's just what you got to do.
According to math, that's like 30 penalties a game.
Oh, I don't know how to math.
Which is actually not that bad.
No, it's really not. It's not terrible because that's 15 and a half. That's less than 1 per jam.
Zip Drive. Lead jammer for the Guns and Rollers, and they are wearing black with pink. Oh, cannot get past
Drone. Yep.
Small but mighty, Hamtrak.
Well, and that's the beautiful thing about roller derby. Every body type has an advantage in one way or another.
All right, so we have Evan Helical coming up to bat. Has she jammed yet?
She has.
Did she score points?
No.
So she has the highest, she's the top scorer of the Rose City Rollers. She has 399 points. So we're going to see her do her thing. And she's also the top lead jammer of the league at 70.1%.
Man, that's hard to do.
The next jammer is at 60-ish%. And that's actually Zip Drive and Gallifrey, so game to watch.
Well, they have just been dominant all season long. Guns N' Rollers staying undefeated until just very recently, as you mentioned. They really had the perfect season going on, and still nothing to hang their heads about as here they are in the championship game.
All blockers on the track here, right at that pivot line. You could see perfect walls for a moment in time, which you don't generally see. Very dynamic.
Well, still no points for Helical there. She'll have to stay at 399.
She's probably jinxed herself thinking about it. Or you know what's probably the furthest thing from her mind. Be a good teammate is usually what's on her mind.
Yeah, I don't think any of the skaters are thinking about those individual records, but the Betties definitely off to an excellent start here, 20-3 going into Jam 6. Abracadabra pushing real hard. And both jammers actually just stuck. It's just another big 8-wall, just a massive bodies right there at the pivot line. Oh, but Abracadabra is gonna get through, but some great blocking by Irie actually stops what would have been a lead jammer for the Betties, and GNR gets it done. Chica Destruction, your lead jammer.
Interesting, a cut track penalty on Cadaver. Got some communications here from other refs to confirm that. So the first power jam of the game going to Chica Destruction.
Chica Destruction looking for, wow, big hit by Drone.
Drone is like the biggest,
she's a wrecking
best,
ball.
neatest blocker ever. It's such a small package. I can't get over that. She's fantastic.
Drone is a wrecking ball so far in this game. Ever since Drone made the Wheels of Justice charter, just has really turned a corner skills-wise. So Cadaver still stuck in the penalty box. So this is power start for Zip Drive and the Guns N' Rollers. But Cadaver, the only player in the box. So full complement of blockers for both sides.
Here, Katie Quick and Roller Eclipse trying to open it up on the inside for Zip Drive.
Yep, and then in on that one too was Vava Boom. Oh, Zip Drive looking down at the track, making sure none of those knee pads went out of bounds. Very heads up derby play by Zip Drive as Cadaver now back on the track.
Wow, she just really barrels through, but she's got to be careful. She almost looked like she picked up a little momentum from out of bounds. And keep an eye on that.
All right, now that tripod of GNR actually so effective they have to come up to stay in play.
Beautiful example of playing a smart pack. Great spacing and way to let go of the shiny object.
Yeah, and good communication too, because the bridge in that case was very vocal with the pack, letting them know that, hey, you need to come forward. So great job in communication so far by GNR as this game is tightening up score-wise.
No pack for quite a moment there. Usually it's at a breath that it changes, but there is no pack for a couple of beats.
Yeah, and I noticed in the first game, it seemed like there was a lot of leniency with regards to seeding a cut. It seemed like there was an awful lot of grace period allowed. Yeah. So, and that's good. It's championship weekend. We need to let the players play the game. I mean, the officials don't want to, have a huge impact on the game. Well, so.
Yep, and there's a different head ref for this game. We'll see if that has any difference on the calls that are made.
Yeah, I believe is it Darth Bling this time,
yes,
it looks like?
That's right. Extremely dedicated volunteer for Rose City.
Well, all of them, really. All of the officials are extraordinarily dedicated. They give up so much of their time. Gallifrey now giving up some time on that front wall. Just made out of rubber, getting through the wall. Gallifrey.
It says Katie Quick on the scoreboard for Guns N' Rollers, but of course that is the one and only Evangelical.
Evangelical, yeah. And 400 is going to have to wait another jam.
That's insane.
But look at that, just like that, we have, a 5-point game.
Absolutely.
After a 20-3 start, we're down to 5 points. So this is going to be, buckle up, folks, if you're out there and listening, which obviously you are if you're hearing my voice. That was a dumb thing to say. But buckle up. It's going to be a good one.
I want to give a shout-out to Bridgeport Brewing. They are our newest, greatest, most delicious beer sponsor. They have a new beer out called the Rosé IPA. It is bomb diggity.
And we can tell you that from experience. We sampled that treat there, and maybe still are. And it's going to be a forearm call on Ripley as Lauren Forcer gets lead jammer.
Ivy Cardiac breaks the plane of blockers, keeping her eye on Lauren Forcer. Gets forced out by Sprouted Control. They are having a great season.
Oh, I think that was a late call off on the part of Lauren Forcer. I think the Betties are going to get points here. Jam ref talking to the OPRs to see how many hips were passed. No word yet. Awful lot of conversation. 3 points now for the Betties on that late call off.
Well, it's the championship game, and I mean, when you have a ref of this quality, Kieran Duncan on the outside pack, you will listen to things that he has to say, things he's observed.
Absolutely. So, Duncan and Jersey doing a great job on the outside.
It's a zip drive now jamming for GNR wearing black, and Bavarian Barbarian in red, the lead jammer for the Breakneck Betties.
And a forearm call on number 309 for the Betties.
That's JMFK. I don't know exactly what the MF stands for, but I have a few ideas.
We'll have to check with our statistician to see if we know what that name is. And that's a 4-point jam for the Breakneck Betties, 22-30. JMFK, a transfer out of the Illinois area, coming to Rose City.
You see Ripley down on the track with Sprouted Control. Both Ripley and Tenacity, also known as T-Nasty, are two of the highest rotation skaters in the league. They both skate, on average, 54.5% of all jams. That's more than every other.
Wow, and there's Helical. Here comes point number 400 and more. Coming around here. Helical, a transfer out of Naptown in Indianapolis. And there's the magical 400 barrier. Helical gets around.
Very nice.
And not being given the lap point for passing Cadaver there.
What a game, 27-30 with the Betties on top right now. 17-41 remains in the first period.
Yep, OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers. Well, Gallifrey donning the star for the Breakneck Betties. Got their hands full of that GNR defense right now. Nobby there doing some work, but not able to hold it down. Gallifrey out and calling off. It was an immediate call off. I didn't see if the Guns N' Rollers had gotten out on no pass, no penalty, but that was an immediate call off as soon as getting lead jammer there. So it looks like Ivy Cardiac jamming for the Betties up against Zip Drive. Ripley providing a little bit of last-minute defense, beautiful shoulder. And Ripley is getting a penalty for it. And another immediate call off, so this is another 0-0 jam.
Well, when it's this close, this whole game is going to be like a knockdown, drag out,
trench
point for
warfare.
Point. Absolutely.
Yep. Well, let's mention WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Bum, bum, bum.
I know, right? Sounds so dramatic. Well, there comes Helical and OB, two very high-scoring jammers.
Oh, wow, Bunny all over OB, putting a shoulder right into that chest. Force out there by T-Nasty.
Yeah, and Irie not able to hold back OB. OB is on the scoring pass now as Helical still looking for room. Oh, taken out by Drone and having to recycle. Tenacity coming back in to assist OB along with Ripley, trying to get some offense going as Helical is out and collecting more points. And it's a 5-point jam for the Betties as they're going to preserve their lead for a little while longer.
And just like that, the first 15 minutes of the game has elapsed.
We're on track for a really low scoring game.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Cadaver and Lauren Forcer up next on the line.
Lauren has not been on their high rotation jammer list this season. It's great to see fresh blood. This is the year of GNR, indeed. They get some coaching from some of the finest skaters in the world.
I really believe that was the difference. I mean, the GNR has really had a landmark season. And now Cadaver, as we say that though, really taking charge in this jam. Just plowing the way through.
There she goes.
Big hit on Erin Ishii there.
Right in between Erin Ishii and Roller Eclipse there. Gets forced out by Ishii and calls that one off.
Yep, was up in there with Hound as well, and that jam will get called off. 7-0 jam in favor of the Betties in this, the championship game for 2018.
Question for you.
I have an answer for you. I don't know if it's good.
Why did Adele cross the road?
Oh, I feel like I know this, but I'm going to let you go.
To sing Hello from the Other Side.
I just wanted to hear you sing that.
Oh, okay.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
And it's going to be zip drive. No, not quite getting lead.
Oh, man, that's Drone.
Yep. And Skelter, but they were out of play. Oh, but look at this jammer race. Gallifrey turning on the jet.
Oh, my goodness, that was cool. Your mom's favorite, staying in front of the opposing jammer without making contact. They're out of play. Delivers her into the back of that pack. At the end of that, 0 for each other's efforts. It's the kind of game it's going to be, even though the Betties have pulled ahead by a short amount.
Really not much. 15 points is nothing.
It's Ivy Cardi Attack on the line for the Betties now.
Up against Chica Destruction for GNR.
It's a clear penalty box, less than 13 minutes in the first period.
Yep. Ginger Athens out of control, working some great defense right there, getting some help on the outside. Can't see which skater that is. Oh, it's uppercase G. So they are just owning Chica right now.
And I believe that's Katie Quick as well.
And it's going to be a penalty. It's a power jam now for GNR as Ivy got called. They didn't make a cut track signal, but I think Chica thought she drew the cut.
Well, Chica's only got the help of 2 blockers. 4 are trying to crush her will and her spirit.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do. Betty's doing a great job right now killing off this power jam as Chica is not finding any room and has barely moved about 30 feet since the power jam started. And they're moving now, but the Betties are not allowing anything on this power jam. Great job by the Betties defense.
And we'll lose Vava Boom of GNR to the penalty box.
You know, and just like that, power jam over. And Chica not even able to get a scoring pass out of it. No lead jammer with 37 seconds left in the jam.
And it's 80 degrees in Portland, which may not sound like a lot if you're not from Portland, but it is. I mean, we're also in a swamp, technically. Oaks Amusement Park, our home for now.
For now.
This is officially our last championship game that we're going to have in 12 out of 12 years here at Oaks Park. But we're very low next to the river. The mighty Willamette.
In a metal box here.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah.
Track temperature is probably somewhere closer to the 90-degree range. Yep, and just like that, the jam comes to an end, but not before the Betties have scored 8 more points. All right, let's thank Two Town Cider. That is damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest. That's what I said.
This live stream brought to you by Blaze Streaming Media. This bout in-house is sold the heck out, and it was sold out.
Over a week ago.
We have an official timeout.
Oh, what's that?
That's a taco timeout.
That's a taco timeout by Porque No.
Porque yes.
All right. I got that covered.
I don't know. Does it the other way around?
You know what? We're just going to run with it. How about that? Yep.
Question.
Answer.
Why do blonde girls walk in groups of odd numbers?
Oh, I am not touching this one.
Because they can't even. I'm literally a valley girl from the valley. I'm allowed to say that.
You see, but I can't say that. I'm an MRDA skater. We get ourselves in enough trouble as it is.
You sure do. No comment.
I don't need any help from you,
though. Laugh in the general direction of the MRDA. Finest athletes in the world. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, hey, it's Jam 18, everybody. Zip Drive jamming for GNR, trying to get through JMFK and Tenacity. They are out of play, and Zip Drive automatically lead jammer as OB not getting lead jammer, which is a rarity from one of the highest scoring jammers in the league. Finally, hangs a skate out of bounds. Going to have to recycle all the way back to Irie Strider. And Zip Drive, meanwhile, continues to collect points.
Ginger Raff returns to the track from the penalty box and pivot for the breakneck Betties. Tenacity serving her penalty.
Well, no sooner do we mention the heat in here that the sun has gone down enough that they have opened the hangar doors now, and this beautiful rush of cool air has overwhelmed us.
It's a beautiful view.
We are lucky to live here. Well, Zip Drive is lead jammer and is trying to close up the points, and as I say that, collects 5 more as OB having a problem, and they're going to call that one off with no initial. Calling it off before the initial pass was even completed for the breakneck Betties. 10-0 jam, which makes it a 10-point game.
It sure does. Less than 9 minutes remaining in this first half. This is blowing by.
Well, you know, when you get old, time flies.
Oh, man.
Well, we got Cadaver and Helical. Helical finding room on the inside and pushes right through Sprout and is lead jammer. Tenacity coming out of the penalty box now, and Helical hits the Betties wall hard. Ripley not able to contain, and Helical is out, and now right there with Cadaver.
I love seeing Ripley give Cadaver that old school push, which actually just gave her enough momentum to get in front of Evan Helical.
And forces the call off. A lot of Derby knowledge. The Derby force is strong with that Ripley one.
They're all so good, Hamtrak. They know stuff.
They know a lot of stuff.
Gallifrey returning to the line as a jammer for the breakneck Betties. Tenacity, Drone, Skelter, and Jerry motherfucking Galley on the line there.
Yep, and it's Lauren Forcer. The Lauren Forcer Gallifrey matchup was favored by the Betties last time they were out together, so we'll see what happens on this go round. JMFK working that inside, trying to get Gal through Irie Strider, and now JMFK has to break back into a bridging position, but Gallifrey gets lead as Lauren Forcer currently being dominated by that Betties wall. A big hit by Drone. Oh, big shoulder check.
Oh, again.
Lauren Forcer able to spring free finally, but Gallifrey giving chase. Oh, and a big hit on Lauren Forcer. Slows it down, allows her to get some points, and the call off. 3 points for the breakneck Betties just because Gal knocked Lauren Forcer out of bounds, and it gave enough spacing. Heads up Derby play, Gal knows things.
She does know things, and she's nice.
Really a nice human being. I did the blocker camp with them, and wow, amazing. With Gal and OMG
world
and
champion.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of a big deal. So yeah,
cool.
So yeah.
Cool. Gal has scored 296 points, and she only played in 5 of the 6 games during the season.
Well, it's more now
yeah.
Since this game started. And now Zip Drive as GNR is really trying to get this comeback happening. Zip Drive's got about 60 feet on Ivy Cardi Attack and is looking to collect some points. Got at least one. It is one. 11-point game. Hey, let's shout out the Portland Mercury and She-Bop.
She-Bop.
She-Bop, she-bop, a wee-bop. They bop, you bop, and I bop.
She-Bop's cool. It is like a woman-run, woman-centric adult store here in Portland.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.
I didn't even mess up that read. Oh, look at that! Evangelical lead jammer for the Guns N' Rollers. They're down by 11 with 5.5 minutes remaining in this first period.
Spelter Skelter heading off to the penalty box for the Breakneck Betties. Oh, and Helical getting through again as this comeback is happening. That's 5 points. They need a couple more passes. Oh, Apex jumps work better in the Apex, but Helical still is going to go for the call off there. No points for the effort on that pass, but 5-0 and just chipping away at the Betties.
We have here a 6-point game, less than 5 minutes remaining in this first period. I want to remind the folks watching and listening at home, coming up June 22nd through 24th is the amazing annual Hometown Throwdown hosted by the Rose City Rollers.
Hometown Meltdown.
Yeah, that too. It's going to be hot. So watching online is usually a good option. Gotham's going to be here from New York. Malmo, Sweden's going to be here. And Los Angeles is going to be here. It'll be quite a weekend.
It's going to be some pretty high-class derby, so get your tickets. Don't be the ones on the outside looking in. Chica Destruction working against Ginger Aff and Sprout of Control. Not really making any room. Cadaver goes down hard.
A little incidental contact there, and she stays down. She wants the ref asked her if she's okay. Yep. She's saying yes, no, I don't know.
No, I saw that the jam ref, Force Majeure, had asked if everything was okay, and she initially said yes, and they have decided to go ahead and call this anyway. So some explanation going on if they're thinking of a possible head contact here on Cadaver, but everything seems to be okay, and skating off under their own power is Abracadaver. That is always a good thing to see. I think sometimes when you just get that big hit, you just have to just kind of do that systems check. Like,
oh yeah, am I actually okay?
Are all the parts still attached? All the functions seem to be
Well, you get
working.
the wind knocked out of you, and you're like, I'm fine, and then the pain hits.
I'm fine, but I can't breathe. Well, thankfully, it was not anything major for Abracadaver. So they will have to sit out for 3 jams, though. The jam was called off for that. So, but that's about normal for a jammer anyways, to sit out 3. Oh, a little wraparound action by Tenacity there. No call, and Zip Drive is lead jammer.
And we will lose Jam FK to the Bud Light penalty box.
Yeah, Gallifrey looking for some room on the outside and not finding a whole lot. One of the rare times Gallifrey not lead jammer. Gallifrey finally finding some room, splitting the defense. And now is out. Zip Drive, but about 50 feet ahead, though, so we'll see. Oh, and that was a big, I think points were scored there by Gallifrey, though. Yep, got one. Zip Drive with a big hit and fall going into the back of the pack. And would you look at the score, Melons?
Oh, I love that.
57-58. This is a great game. 3:19 left.
Yes, this is the league championship, you say?
It's kind of for all the last game. Got to give it everything. Hey, let's shout out Voodoo Donut, because you know where the magic is, right?
It's in the hole!
Oh! Proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice. Did she spit out the beer? Almost. Close. All right.
Blaze Streaming Media thinks I'm funny.
I think you're funny, too.
Oh, thanks, Amtrak.
Wait a minute. They changed the score. It's 59-59.
Wait a second. It's a tie game? And we also have a Breakneck Betties official review.
Oh. We should learn when to shut up.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Pretty much not. That's not what we're here for. Well, this is pretty much every bit of what I expected this game to be. Tied game. Couple points here. I think the most points we've seen in a jam so far is 10, if that. I made that statistic up, I really don't know, but it doesn't seem like we've had any runaway jams so far.
Oh, no. Question.
Answer.
How do you tell if a vampire is sick?
If a vampire is sick? I think just by virtue of the fact that they're a vamp, well, I don't know.
By how much he's coughing.
Ba-dum-bum.
See, that's when we need to shut up, is when the head ref announced the nature of the official review that we failed to listen to. But what I can tell you is that we don't know what happened. But what happened was an official review was called by the Breakneck Betties, and they do not retain their official review. The refs did not change their mind on a call.
Also a strategic...
I take responsibility for that.
A strategic way to, dad jokes before anything else, apparently. Oh, here comes Helical. Lead jammer. Betty's not able to hold.
It smells like hot dogs.
We have a potential star pass here.
Wow, beautiful hit there. Even Helical out front. She's lead, and she's got 5 points. And that is a lead change. We got Guns N' Rollers on top by 5.
First time in the game, Guns N' Rollers have been on top. Yep, Helical. They want to run this jam. Oh, and they're going to do it, but not before Ivy Cardi Attack picks up some points. Oh, Helical just skates through almost untouched.
Fleur-de-lethal in the penalty box for the Betties. And I can see OMG giving the signal to just go. You're doing the thing, go.
Helical took a big hit from Ripley there on the outside line. Ripley continuing.
You know, so interesting, and you can see it really well from this perspective, how carefully Ripley maintained her contact with Evan Helical to go laterally.
Beautiful suck back.
And to know what angle you can go at the crest of the apex is just really hard.
Right, it is hard because geometry is hard, and but a great job of Ripley to maintain that contact, like you said, without affecting the jammer's relative position.
Yes. Nice work.
And as soon as I say we haven't had any high-scoring jams, that's a 15-7 jam.
Well, that's what put them in the lead there.
I should start talking more. All right, it is Lauren Forcer for GNR up against Drone and Skelter. Skelter going to the ground, Drone going to the box, and Lauren Forcer is your lead jammer. GNR, I mean, it seems like maybe there were some butterflies going in at the beginning of the game, but they have really found their groove.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Betties have great jammers, and they are really holding them back. Lauren Forcer not taking any crap from Skelter. Calls off that jam, 5-0 jam with 1 minute left to play in the half.
Incredible. I'm just looking here at the Guns N' Rollers roster. If we have a mix-up, we have a number 31, Lauren Forcer, a number 316, Evan Helical, and a number 531 in Bunny. So when we see those jerseys, we gotta be real sure. Thanks, GNR.
Yeah, GNR.
What a game.
Looking like this is going to be the last jam of the half. Zip drive almost untouched on the inside line. But hey, that gets out Cadaver as well.
Well, they managed to take down Ripley. She was going to be goated, but then Sprout and your mom drop back with her. She's got Ripley's point. She's got Drone's point.
Drone's trying to get some offense going for Cadaver here. Oh, and then Drone with the last-ditch effort to get cool. Zip drive and gets it, but not before drawing the cut ball as Zip drive cut pretty much her whole team.
Cool. So the period has expired, and we will put our attention to that jam clock. The lead jammer was Zip Drive. She's in the penalty box, so this will be a full 2-minute jam, which is always exciting at the end of a half or a game.
And Cadaver here, pretty much has no choice but to run this.
Oh, Drone, you're so good.
Oh, and that should be a low block there on Roller Eclipse.
And that is the call.
Hound, rather. That's Hound going to the box.
221.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a 221 and a 1-2-2-1.
I would think a star pass would be coming here, but Ripley is really nowhere near Cadaver. Is Cadaver really looking like she's kind of done with this?
Zip drive back on the track. Shimmies around Drone and gets those 4 points.
Well, GNR may be able to hang on to this lead after all. Cadaver getting through.
Well, Abracadabra's already got, what is that, 15 or 10?
Got 10. Got 10 on the board so far. Only 17 seconds. Whoa!
I don't think anyone was expecting that. It was like a psych-out apex jump. That was incredible. That
was an amazing piece of athleticism by Abracadaver. And a back block call now on Abracadaver. So the second half will start with a power jam for GNR. And GNR will retain the lead by only 3 points.
Oh, man. 5 points.
Oh, 5. Whoa, that changed.
5 points.
It's
separating these teams. It's halftime.
Championship game. What more can you ask for?
Freaking cool, man.
And a power start for GNR for a full 30 seconds going into the second half.
At halftime, they're going to have a great halftime activity. They're going to do the raffle. And our friends at Franz have a treat for our fans in the house.
And then you know what else? They're honoring Skinner for their service to the league before moving to Illinois, I believe. So that's the feature that you'll be able to hear. And Punch is going to give some words on that topic. Expect Punch to get a little emotional. And we'll see y'all in about 15 minutes.
And we are almost back. At halftime, your score, Guns N' Rollers 85, Breakneck Betties 81. Who's been enjoying this? Who hasn't been enjoying this and why?
All right, we are back.
We're back.
For the, you made it.
I'm here.
I'm sorry you didn't win the raffle, Hamtramck.
I know. I was really hoping for that.
There's some cool camping stuff.
But that's okay. I don't camp.
Oh.
Why
that hurt my heart.
Why offend all the people that gave their lives to create flush toilets and air conditioning?
All right. So, wait, now it's a 4-point game. They added a point to the Betties.
Yeah, they did. It was like a mystery point or something.
Cool.
Zip drive out, lead jammer on this jam #1, power jam for the Guns N' Rollers.
You don't like.
Wow, look what you got. That must be that Bridgeport Rosé IPA.
It is.
Woohoo!
I don't usually drink when I'm working, but a responsibly enjoyed beverage on a
sponsorship
humid day.
Promotion.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, yeah, 4 points up there for Zip Drive. Pulling ahead just ever so slightly.
Cadaver now back out on the track for the Breakneck Betties.
Oh man, I love seeing Sprout of Control gaze upon the approaching jammer and like lock down.
Yeah, Sprout is a force to be reckoned with out there and is having a great game today.
Oh, Ripley, gotta be careful with
that direction was close.
Yeah, but her feet.
The feet weren't moving.
It was definitely her body leaning forward, but with hat down, hat down.
But are they protecting the hat? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, Bunny's straddling that, that bad boy.
That's really.
Can't
really
get
kind of marginal.
it.
Yep.
It's scary because you have to bend over and get it, and then
that's
you're
a penalty
in a
too.
Yeah, like it's a vulnerable position to be in. Not that anyone's allowed to hit you.
Nope. Now Yoga Nabisari is the last line of defense and gonna get a penalty for it. And Cadaver finally out on initial, but not before the damage has been done by the Guns N' Rollers. That is a full mess of how many points? Is it just 4? Oh, Bonnie Thunder's having a word with the jam ref right now for GNR. Wow, no points. No points out on that last pass. 4-0 GNR on that one. 89-81 is your score. Gallifrey jamming for the Breakneck Betties and is in through inside line, making it look easy, but not far behind. Evangelical about 30 feet behind. Pack speeds up and Gallifrey looking for points, getting through, gets all of them, and the call. Nicely done by Gallifrey and the Breakneck Betties.
Well, Gallifrey certainly a contender as the league MVP. When I look at the top stats in every category, her name is in the top 3, whether it's blocking or jamming. She's got the best plus minus in the league as a blocker, and so when she's on the track, 5.7 points are scored for her team more than the other team. So cool.
And that's and
there's a lot of factors to the plus minuses, but it's still an honor and a point of pride to see that you make an impact.
Gallifrey also voted an alternate for the All-Star game at RollerCon this year. A lot of Rose City skaters really, though, making that prestigious list.
Prestigious.
And it's 5 points for OB as the Betties are now only within 3. Could this be a lead change? It looks like it. OB's gotten all the points, just needs to get out.
Oh, last minute attempt there.
And that is an official lead change. Zip Drive finally able to get out of the pack, and OB is now putting more gap and calling it off. That makes it 99-93, 14-0 jam, and OB has put the Betties back on top. You look confused, Melons. What's going on?
I'm trying to look up a skater's number, and I can't find it.
Huh.
And that's not, like, uncommon.
What?
For me to look confused.
Well, that's all of us, really. Ivy Cardi attack against Chica Destruction. Both jammers stuck in their respective walls. Chica pushing on the front wall, getting the Betties now to stretch out. They had to drop a bridge. Whereas Ivy dealing with the full 4 wall. Chica just trying to power that wall forward.
Yeah, she's in like a big old sweaty mess over there.
Betties are tight, tight, tight.
Drone holding it down.
I mean, Drone's body is at a 45-degree angle bracing and just dug in. Chica really is just giving it everything and just not getting very far.
Oh, careful re-entry there by Ivy. Will it buy her?
Whoa, Ivy.
It does!
Wow, it took a whole minute, Melons.
Great focus. Another skater that we can see improvement in every game. Oh.
You know, and Ivy also another skater.
Might be a low block here. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say has done a good job of staying out of the penalty
well,
box.
That's definitely like accidental contact.
Well, then there you have it. But Ivy has really cleaned up their game.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Wow, this song has a lot of bass.
That's all I can feel is the bass. I don't know if y'all can hear that at home, but holy smoke.
Is that Agent Meow? It's Agent Meow, the best DJ in roller derby, period.
JMFK heading to the box as Ivy is now standing and now released back to the track.
A few more seconds here. They're just trying to hang on.
Looks like we're in the middle of a star pass here to Hound. And that is going to end the jam.
Breakneck Betties playing every second of that jam. That was pure focus.
2-minute jam and only 4 points to the Breakneck Betties as they are now 10 points out.
You can see Sprout after blocking in a 2-minute jam still on the track. Incredible.
Well, the normal track coach for the Breakneck Betties, Psycho, is out of state. And Beyond Thunderdame stepping in as track coach for this championship game.
I'm sure they're great. There we go, Abracadabra lead jammer. Now the Betties do have a lead of 10. We have 22 minutes and change in this exciting championship bout of the Rose City Rollers.
Oh, did she get G's point? No.
Well, she sort of got bounced out of bounds, used that momentum to go ahead and call it off in a timely manner.
2-0 for Cadaver and the Betties.
JMFK standing in that Bud Light penalty box.
You know, and up next on that Tonkin.com jammer line is Gallifrey and Zip Drive. The largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
Ooh, a little chippy contact there. It's a Drone and Zip. Man, Gallifrey is that blur of red across your screen. Oh man, Drone was in perfect locking position, but Zip was able to jump right on over.
Yeah, not getting any points for it though. Yeah,
still cool.
Yeah,
cool points for Zip Drive.
Yeah,
man,
those count somehow, somewhere. And we are back to OB and Lauren Forcer.
Seeing a lot of positivity on both of these team benches, high fives and smiles, and sweat.
Oh, Ripley with the beautiful offense to get OB out. And lead jammer for the Betties. It seems like the Betties have had I'm sensing a momentum shift here, and the Betties are starting to really clamp this one down and kind of own this half.
Well, look at this GNR line coming up the inside, and they're not able to catch OB. You're going to be sorry up there making contact with GNR, setting up that wall, but it was on the inside, and OB is around the out. Great hit there by, Nobby, but OB being sent to the penalty box.
Well,
cut track.
This is a good time to have a power jam for the Guns and Rollers, as we have a star pass to Irie Strider. Irie's going to try and make the best of this and ease up the damage here. Pack begins to speed up right back at the jam line. Ginger Aft goes for the hit. Doesn't happen. But the Betties reform beautifully, and Irie gets around with a beautiful move. Oh, but it's not over yet. Ripley. Oh, wow. Big smiles from Irie Strider, though, after narrowly escaping Ripley on that back straightaway.
So good at stuff.
Irie Strider doing great things now. Almost got the most points in this jam, as now both jammers back on the track. Now, OB may have had points in the bag before, and a forearm call on 5-3-1. That is Bunny. Irie not having as much luck with the pack this time around, and the Betties end up winning that jam 13-8, as OB definitely had points in the bag.
We may, toward the end of the game, we may look at this as a pivotal jam. Both of these teams scoring so many points, but those 16 points really pushing the Betties into one of the bigger leads of the game, which is not much.
No, it's not, and they are really adding points continuously as we speak. Well, Helical hits that Betties wall hard, but is not able to get through. Drone and Skelter doing work with JMFK. Tenacity having to bridge the pack. And Ivy is just stuck in that GNR wall right now. Aaron Ishii out there on the outside with Hound. And it is going to be a penalty on Evan Helical. It's a power jam, and now the star has come off of the helmet of Ivy Cardiac. This is a 2-minute jam.
No problem.
Not for us.
Oh, that was cool. Ivy made hip-to-hip contact there with a Guns N' Roller blocker and knocked them down, but that contact was used as momentum the opposite direction. That's physics.
Well, Helical now out of the box. Already 10 points in the bank for Ivy Cardiac, and more on the way as they get through again.
That is a really delightful bench of coaches over on the Betties.
Hey, really.
They're like, woo, keep going.
There's a lot
You're doing great.
A lot of pizzazz out there. Yeah, Bunny trying to hold back Ivy, and Ivy is able to push through and get 5 more points. This is a fantastic jam for Ivy and the Betties right now. Oh, Helical trying to take out Ivy now, but Helical finds room on the inside, getting through. And it is a cut call for Helical. It's a power jam for the Betties.
Whoa, Betties. Whoa, Betties. Whoa.
And it'll be a full 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout for the Guns N' Rollers. This is a good timeout because not only did we have that momentum shift, now they're going to have to be shorthanded in the jammer department going into jam number 9 here as it's a 24-0 jam.
Yikes.
For the Breakneck Betties as this one's starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the team sponsors. Breakneck Betties have a great relationship with Kelly's Olympian. That's a great bar in downtown Portland if you're in town. Check
Since
out.
1902.
Dang.
Yep.
That's like a couple years after you were born.
Wow.
Yikes. And the Guns N' Rollers' favorite sponsor, Compassion Arts PDX. Thanks to Hamid Bennett at Compassion Arts PDX. Pretty cool.
Did you just say I was born in 1904? Wow.
No, 1900. 2 years before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's even better, I guess.
You look good.
I look good for 118.
Dang,
Great minds.
Amtrak. What's up?
Well, alrighty then. Yeah, it's time for shots. Well, hey.
Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do.
I don't know what website you're getting these off of, but it really needs to be banned. Wow!
Oh, man!
Cadaver said, I don't think so. Wow! Juvie Hall did their best to stay up, but Cadaver's just like, nothing. You ain't having it. Ripley with great offense there. This is a theme I'm seeing tonight. Ripley just doing all the things. Helical back out on the track now, and they're going to have to make a 2-wall out of Sprout and your mom's favorite, and it doesn't work. And Helical is out on initial. So Cadaver just calls it off. 4-0 jam for the Breakneck Betties. Just doing what they have to do to maintain this lead. Hey, let's shout out Selwood Pet Supply.
Okay.
Quality nutrition and supplies for your pet.
A lot of times they have a cool cat in there up for adoption. Can always adopt. Don't
Our
shop.
very own Effie works there.
That's
and
right, Effie
we'll
Stoneham.
take great care of you at Selwood Pet Supply.
All-Star Rose City Rollers volunteer.
Yep.
They are the team manager of the Wheels of Justice. A thankless job. I am thanking you right now.
That's right. So you can't no longer call it a thankless job. And there's goes Zip Drive. Getting lead jammer over Gallifrey.
Look at that. So, yeah, Gallifrey, young.
Wow!
So much
Zip
experience.
Drive. What a direction change.
Holy cow. So much skill down there. I was just so mesmerized by the speed and form of Gallifrey.
That's easy to do. That's hypnotizing.
Absolutely. 108-153. Betties on top. And now the Betties are technically second place coming into this game. They're 4-2. Guns N' Rollers 5-1. That one loss does come at the hands of Breakneck Betties. But, you know, the Guns N' Rollers, having never won a league championship, and this being the 13th season, you can't help but root for them as an underdog.
Absolutely you want to root for the underdog.
But the Betties laying it down now. We're already in, like, the last quarter of a championship game.
We really are. Time is flying off of this clock. It was in the first half, too.
Nabi.
Yoga Nabi, sorry, recycling OB.
Obi goes right into the back.
Irie Strider.
Irie Strider. Heck of a game.
Oh, RVK going off to the box.
Captain of GNR.
Nobby now jamming for GNR as we've had a star pass.
Yep.
And Obi not calling this one off, getting instructions to keep it moving.
Oh, well, that's called trust. Offense, it gets them through. I'm still seeing the signal to go, 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 go. I mean, especially after there's a star pass. I mean, that's the savage thing to do. Like, your pivots are obviously great skaters. They're great jammers, too. But they're given the star for a reason. They're already tired, and they're given the star. And so that's when you go savage, and you just run that jam after a star pass.
That's a great way to put it. Going savage. Yep, and that's going to be another penalty on RVK. Direction of play. And uppercase G providing some offense there. It looks like a multiplayer block on Fleur de Lethal as Nobby is out now and getting another 4 points. And Obi is going to call this one off, and that's a 12-8 jam in favor of the Betties, and the most 17-8 jam in favor of the Betties, and more importantly, eating up clock.
Plenty of time left, but when you have secured a 54-point lead, that's all you care about, is that clock.
And that's true because
I mean, at the home team level, if we're talking about like WF2A Division I, we can talk stats for days, but like, yeah, clock management.
Yes, it's absolutely a thing, especially when you have that forced 30 seconds between jams. It becomes absolutely crucial that you use the clock to your advantage. GNR still has 2 timeouts and an official review, and whoa! Helical taken out by Drone. No pass, no penalty on Tenacity, and is out on initial.
Doesn't even seem to lose too much momentum. We got a forearm penalty now on Ivy Cardi attack. Evan Helical about to hit this pack, depleted pack. One Breakneck Betty in the box. Fleur de Lethal catching up from behind, but Tenacity's on the track, and that's a problem. Actually, it's not.
Not a problem for Helical. Not a problem for Helical this time around. Normally, Tenacity is a tough customer, but Helical's a tough jammer, so that's how it works. RVK providing some offense for Helical, breaks up that Betty's wall, but they're able to reform just enough, and a little slip is all they need. Tenacity
and we
dropping.
got the little guys blocking up front, and they badass.
Oh, Helical a little bit tired, trying to knock Ivy out of bounds.
Again,
not going to happen.
Watching this, man, no gas in the tank. Still 30 seconds. It's going to be a full 2-minute jam.
Yep. Yeah, Helical's not looking super excited about this jam. Well, this is conditioning right here, and this is where the training shows, and if you can finish a very physical, hard game, and this has been a very physical game.
Wasn't the game like tied at halftime-ish?
Ish.
Yeah.
I think it was 4 points between them at the half.
I think you're right.
And now it's really opened up to pretty much what the final score was of the first game tonight.
I can't remember because I partake in the agriculture of Oregon. State-sponsored agriculture.
I got you.
Marijuana.
It took me a second, yeah.
It's for people over 21 to use responsibly.
You sound like a public service announcer.
I am a public service announcer.
Zip drive jamming for, and the shirt whip does not work for Zip drive. And Cadaver is lead. A little bit of the hippie lettuce for you there, Melons.
Oh man, the jazz grass. Ooh. On occasion. Oh, Abracadaver back block. Again, 9.5 minutes for GNR to chip away at a 40-something point differential.
They need very, very good offense here. They do have a one blocker in Ripley also in the box, so that's going to help. 5 points here, 5 points there.
Is that Bunny? Yeah, 531 Bunny. Incredible offense there.
Well, the Betties are still down 1, and it's a big one in Ripley, your mom's favorite, not able to hold Zip Drive back. This is an ideal situation, but now they have to go back to defense, but 10 points already in the bank for Zip Drive.
Yeah, when you're that blocker out front, you got to throw on those brakes. All right, abracadabra. 4 more. Zip Drive already with 10 in the hole.
And more coming, but just needs to escape Sprout.
Sprout still in play, and let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, referee, I see you. I'm just going to go back now. Directional penalty there on Ginger Raff, and both of their long legs have been painted.
Oh, Ripley.
Oh, my goodness.
Ripley with the desperation hit and just not able to stop Zip Drive.
Did Zip used to be a ballet dancer?
Ripley calling for a star pass from Cadaver, but not getting it, and now has to play defense again as Zip Drive has made their way back around. And I believe the jam ended naturally. I didn't see a call off and a team timeout for GNR after an 18-4 jam.
Whew.
That was a great jam.
23-7.
I'm calling these too early.
Oh, goodness.
152, 183, and this thing is starting to tighten up. If you remember, the last 2 games of last season with the Betties and GNR.
I can't even remember 2 jams ago.
Were last jam lead changes.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's timeout. I feel like this is a good time to talk about Rose City Rollers. We need a new venue.
We kind of do.
It's kind of a bummer. We've been here for 12 years.
Kind of attached.
Yeah, but because of updated fire codes and whatnot.
California ruins everything.
No, lives were lost. It's okay, but our Oaks Amusement Park not able to pay for our sprinklers and fire upgrades, and we can't. So we're looking for, hey, if you have 25,000 square feet handy with 20-foot ceilings, we're looking for you.
At an affordable price.
An affordable price, access to transit, Southeast would be preferential for me.
Me too. Me too.
But help us find a home. RoseCityRollers.com for more information if you or anyone you know have any leads for us.
You may have seen us on the NBC Nightly News.
Oh, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I mean, we're kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, big hit there between Laura Enforcer and Tenacity, but not before Gallifrey gets lead jammer. Oh
man.
Gallifrey spinning is winning.
So agile. They spun out of bounds, got really low in a crouching position, and were still attacking that 2-wall up front.
Crouching Tiger, hidden gal.
No kidding. That didn't work, but I like it.
You know what? I try. Gallifrey spinning again, but only runs into more black jerseys. Meanwhile,
Roller Eclipse, Katie Quick, and Bunny.
Oh, that's a cut. That's a cut on Gallifrey. Didn't get all of them. Power Jam, GNR.
This is what we're looking for. I mean, they were 50-some points behind a few moments ago. Now we're looking at 30.
Much closer, but if their offense doesn't get their act together on this Power Jam, it's not going to make a difference. Oh, there are just Betties everywhere. It's like they're multiplying. Laura Enforcer cannot find anything on this Power Jam.
Everyone's doing stuff.
Everyone's doing stuff, but nothing's happening.
I know. What?
Oh, Laura Enforcer almost through, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Drone's going to recycle back to turn 1. The rope is dangerous.
Oh,
Be careful.
You are tired, but also a badass. Oh, there goes Gal. 4 points.
Collecting the first points of the jam. Oh, and there's 5 more.
I think people expected them to do an apex jump, but they went right through the middle.
Right through the middle. Wow, and despite the Power Jam, Betties still win that jam.
Wow.
9-0 despite being out their jammer for 30 seconds.
If the Betties are victorious, that would be the jam I would choose to exemplify their success.
Bridgeport Brewing, of course, the creators of this fine rosé IPA we're drinking tonight. Thanks to Bridgeport and for also the wonderful donations for the raffle.
We love Bridgeport. There they go. OB lead jammer. But Zip Drive has some issues with that.
Oh, RVK with a big hit. Looking for a back block call. Not going to get it. And that's a 0-0 jam. Hey, let's shout out Echo Construction. Let the friendly people at Echo Construction help you out with any custom home building, remodels, and they also love roller derby.
Sweet.
Yeah, yo.
I stepped on a nail this week working on somebody's house.
Ew.
Like I stepped down,
Like
and when I
all the
picked
way-
up my foot, a 2x4 was stuck to the bottom of my foot.
Oh, shoot.
It didn't go all the way through my foot, but you know,
Scary
it was
a little
awful.
bit. Yep. Ivy Cardi attack.
So hire
jamming
the professionals,
Yes.
is my point.
Wait, you are the professional.
I know, don't tell anybody that.
Oh, Helical with lead
Dang.
jammer with just over 4 minutes left in this game.
I expect she'll be league MVP jammer.
And both jammers just looking tired. I think the whole bench is tired on both sides.
And I just want to say, this championship doubleheader was sold out like a week ago, and our fans here are so into it. There are so many people dressed in like the red and the checkers, and the high rollers have crazy fans, GNR has crazy fans, and we just love our fans out here at Rose City. And if you're watching and you're in the hood, meet us over at the Nightlight Lounge following this game. We will be having our official after party there over in the Clinton Division neighborhood. I will be ordering some nachos.
Well, the Betties fans now leading some cheers now.
4 minutes.
Happy that their team seems to be large and in charge of this championship game, but there is still 4 minutes left. Probably a well-called timeout here by the Guns N' Rollers.
Interesting to note, the Betties still have all 3 timeouts and their official review. They don't find them necessary.
And I don't think they'll be used. Well, here we go into Jam 16. As previously mentioned, 3:58 left on the clock to determine this championship. The first half was very close. The second half has been mostly breakneck Betties. Zip Drive trying to get in on Drone and JMFK. Finally finds room on the outside. Zip Drive with the game kind of on their shoulders right now.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if the Betties were to win, they haven't won a championship since 2014.
You are getting ahead of yourself because it's not over yet. Cadaver finally getting out on initial. Zip Drive looking to get more points, but here comes Cadaver.
Ooh,
Can't allow them any more points.
Recycled here to that pivot line right behind Tenacity. Oh, makes it around Tenacity, but takes a step out because of Drone.
Oh, Zip Drive with 1 to beat it. Skelter, now Tenacity reforming around. Skelter able to push Drone back into position.
There you go.
Oh, excuse me. And Tenacity is able to recycle Zip Drive out. 4-2, it looks like, is the final on that jam.
I don't mean to get crazy. I'm just trying to provide some context.
Fair.
Last
fair.
season, the Heartless Heathers won, and they came out in 3rd place this season. And then the 3 seasons before that, 2 or 3 seasons before that, the High Rollers had like a few years of championships. And so the Betties won in 2014.
Oh, we have an official timeout. Ooh. That is a taco timeout. Por qué no?
Por qué yes.
Hey, and while we're at it, PDX Pipeline, your online source for Portland's music, arts, and events happenings. Kind of a short official timeout there, but it does stop the clock.
Sure does. You got 2:31 remaining in this game.
Only 34 points between the teams. It is doable. Gallifrey trying to get lead jammer, almost does, but there's an illegal contact on Gallifrey. Power jam for the Guns N' Rollers and Chica Destruction. We can't say that GNR's not getting their tries. They really are.
Yeah, they've been handed quite a few power jams in the second half.
Just unable to do much with them.
Oh, it was no passing penalty. The only loss that the Guns N' Rollers have this season is to the Breakneck Betties, and that was recently, April 6th. The Betties won by about 30 points.
Chica out and lead now. Game with 1:45 left. Gallifrey back on track.
Ooh.
Wow. And that's just the way the game has gone for GNR here in the second half. They get the opportunities, they can't make it happen, and they have to get the call off.
She stopped so fast.
She got 5-0. She got a 5-0, but at this juncture of the game, with 1:26 left, you don't have time for that.
You got to go Commander Balls out.
Well, they need a jam. They need a favorable jammer matchup.
Well,
Helical and OB,
choice.
yeah.
Smart choice on both teams.
Yep.
I would definitely put OB out there.
Oh, wow, and OB there. That's going to pretty much ice this thing, I think. They can end the game in this jam.
And the Betties have some real smart blockers out there. They have Sprouted Control, Ripley, Gingiraffe,
Drone.
and Drone.
Yep.
Really smart skaters that are going to know exactly how to control these last few very important seconds.
Yeah, Drone the MVP, in my opinion, for blocker in this game. Really had a phenomenal game.
I don't disagree.
Well, just now a half a minute left, and I don't think it's too early to say that the Breakneck Betties will be the champions in 2018.
This is, always good to see a mix-up in the champions, but this is the year of the Guns N' Rollers. And they have transformed into a real team, and they are the team to watch in 2019.
Well, they were always a real team. They were just able to put all the pieces together in the right order this year, and unfortunately just came up a little bit short in this championship game.
There it is.
And the Betties have done it.
Look at them. Gallifrey, so happy the team, celebrating a hard-fought victory.
My heart hurts for GNR. To put together a season where they went 5-0, one loss to the Betties, and then to give up the championship game like this. After such an amazing first half, it breaks the heart.
That's right, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, Amtrak.
Yep, melons, and this cookie is officially crumbled.
All right, so this marks the end of the 2018 Rose City Rollers Season 13.
Home season.
Home season.
Still plenty of derby happening here.
Coming up, June 22nd through 24th, world-class derby. Sweden, New York, Los Angeles, and Portland, all four corners of the world competing here, Hometown Throwdown, and we will be streaming that live. We hope you will join us. And thank you to all for watching and supporting the Rose City Rollers. I'm Melons.
I'm Hamtrak. You are the best partner I can have. You are the best. And thank you from us, and we're going to give it back down to the king.
He's so great.
He's pretty amazing.
He's the best. Okay.
Yeah, and he's going to walk us through the MVPs. We thank you for joining us. Enjoy your MVPs.
Oh, wait, they get medals, too. It's a championship game.
That thing. You know that, and there's probably going to be a trophy and stuff.
Oh, cool. I think is it the Rob Lobster Memorial Trophy, I think.
Aww.
Yeah.
B-52.
B-52. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will always be back.
All right, it's time to get some folks out here and announce the MVPs. All right, Breakneck Betties. So, great game out there tonight. So, who on the Guns N' Rollers was your blocker MVP?
Bunny.
Bunny. Your MVP blocker. Bunny. There we go. And who's your MVP jammer?
MVP jammer is Lore Enforcer.
Lore Enforcer is your MVP jammer. All right, for the Breakneck Betties, who is your MVP blocker?
Drone.
Drone MVP blocker. And who was your MVP jammer?
Obi.
Ovarian Barbarian. Well, all right, we're going to do some medals here in just a few short minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll get those all handed out. Thanks so much, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and get our Breakneck Betties out here. You've got some bling to have. All right, safety violations happening all over the place, but that's okay. They're champions. Betties, come on up. Get your medals. You earned them. I know. I'm right there with you. Ginger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute esteemed pleasure to introduce to you your 2018 Rose City Roller Home Team Championships, the Breakneck Betties. All right, well, everybody at home and everybody here still in the building, thank you so much for coming out today, supporting this group all the way through 2018. Can't wait to see you next year. So for me and everybody who made this happen, thank you very much. Have a great night.